Hey everybody, this is Eric, and we're going to be going over this past weekend's tournament. The footage is all in, the statistics are all in, so we're going to go through them kind of game by game, and then we're not quite ready to do a season summary, but I think maybe we will. I mean, even though it was only a couple of games last week and 3 games this week, you slowly but surely develop the sample size. And as I mentioned last week, I know exactly what we're looking for. Statistically, I'm going to be demanding that you have an effective field goal percentage as a team of about 50%, hopefully every game, but certainly for the season. Turnover rate, 20% or below, hopefully a little less, considering that you guys had that big problem with that last season. And our offensive rebound percentage, we'd love to have it about 30 in total. Again, for you guys to win the tournaments that I know you guys want to win, meaning the tournaments that you're going to be playing in late April and in July in the live period, these are the numbers that simply you are going to need. And we will talk about, once again, good ways to achieve that, both from scheme and from kind of psychology and just overall commitment to the cause of not shooting those bad twos, like not taking those shots that do not contribute to good effective field goal percentage. And this also is going to be applied to defense too. Hopefully Chris embraces this, and I think he'll agree that in a similar way to the fact that I want you guys to be shooting good shots, I want you guys to prevent them from shooting good shots as well. Because it goes both ways. I mean, if I want you guys taking nothing but wide open threes and layups, that's exactly the type of shots that you don't want your opponents to be taking. But we'll talk about how you guys are doing as a team, and then have some fun with some individual stats as well. So you guys went 2-1 this weekend. Now, again, I apologize if Hudl messes up any of the scores. Again, anything outside of my control is outside of my control. But overall, it does give me a sense of what's going on here. So your first game against Lightning, you won by 3 or so. But again, I'm not too interested in results as much as the numbers, because the numbers have to be able to translate to the higher competition. So I'm looking at here in this first game against Lightning, the effective field goal percentage was not exactly what I want. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but 47.8%, we'd like 50. Turnover rate, 20.9%, kind of right on the border, kind of want a little bit better than that. An offensive rebound percentage was a little worse than normal. Now, we can make excuses that, Seth wasn't here that day. So, we're not going to have as strong of an offensive rebound percentage. It's the way it's going to be. So let's take a look at the shot chart and see how this kind of like played out and how, what it looks like. So you have to toggle back to this Lightning. So first of all, I think this is actually your shot selection was excellent. Okay. You only had 1, 2, 3 bad twos. Now, again, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for nothing in this area right here. And I have to tell you, this is excellent. Sometimes you could take the right shots and just not execute. But here, I mean, if you can, I'll put it to you another way. If your shot chart can look like this the whole season, you're going to win tournaments. Okay. As long as the right guys are shooting the threes and the right guys are getting at the rim, you have a shot chart like this, you will be winning tournaments given your talent level. Okay. If you are, 1 for 7 from 3 on this particular occasion, that's fine. It doesn't matter. 0 for 4 from here. As long as the right people are taking the threes, this is exactly actually what I want. So let's take a look at the individuals, and let's just make sure again that we got the right people taking these things. So we're going to go not scout a different team. We're going to go view other games. Lightning. Let's see what we got here. Let's see who had a good game. See what's up. So you had Frankie was 1 for 9, including 0 for 3 from 3. So I would like to say that this is an outlier, right? The amount of times that Frankie is going to be 1 of 9 from the field is hopefully 0. So I'd like to say that if Frankie even just had a normal game, then even just that might have put you guys over the 50% effective field goal percentage. So I think that's fine. Now, again, what you could do is you could click through this and see, and I'll do this, but you guys don't have to, and see all of his, all of his shots, all of his field goal attempts. Now, Ryan, he had excellent game, 4 for 10 from 3 specifically, 6 for 8 from the line, just overall, just exceptional game. Sean, 2 for 4 from 3. Okay, you've shown that you could take them, so I don't mind you taking them. Justin, very nice. Now, we talked about this last week. I know that you can shoot from 3. So even though last week you were 0 for 1,000, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be taking 3s. I mean, that's the way sample size works. And you'll see that over time, this thing tends to normalize. So 2 for 5 from 3 in this game, and you'll see in other games you even did better. Randolph was, you had an extremely poor game. Three shots total, 0 for 3 and 0 for 2 from 3. So we need to get you kind of at the rim a little bit more. And spins, just your usual, just kind of offensive, just you don't really do too much as far as that as the scoring part goes, which is actually not that bad. Now, I know you didn't want to hear this, but we got other people that can score. What you do really well is you get your rebounds and you pass the ball. And you had 4 steals in this game, which was excellent. And believe it or not, 3 turnovers for you is not the end of the world, because you do try to make that kind of bold pass. So I'm not too worried about the 3 turnovers. When you get up to 5 or 6, then we have a problem. But I think this is the type of game I kind of want from you, actually. 4 steals, stepping in the passing lanes, get some assists, get some rebounds. So we don't need you taking a million threes. I think this was a decent game. So let's move. So overall, I think it was reasonable. I think that if you guys ran even remotely normal, you would have been over 50% effective field goal percentage. So I don't think this is that bad at all. All right, let's move on to stats from the second game, which was you got beat pretty bad by All In at Beasts. Let's take a look at that. You lost 65-42. And, when I looked at them on the court, I didn't think you guys were that much worse. So I'm wondering what's going on. And this is the deal. You have 42% effective field goal percentage. I mean, that's just not going to work. You won't be competitive in games like this with a 42% effective field goal percentage. And your turnover rate, 25%. Again, for you guys specifically, you got to keep an eye on this because you had so many turnovers last year that you have to be cognizant of this. Offensive rebound percentage, again, no Seth, you're going to struggle here. So 15% offensive rebounds, offensive rebound rate, not great. And you have add all 3 of these things together. Well, that's going to contribute to a 20-point loss. Question is, what can you do about this? So can you do anything about the offensive rebound percentage? I mean, except get Seth back. I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, you could scheme for this. You could say, I want to send more guys at the rim or something like that. But that's something you could do. The turnover rate, we're not going to change the total scheme for you guys just because you manage to turn the ball over more than normal. You just have to just go for the simpler action, I guess. I guess that's the best way to describe this. Or I mean, I feel as though turnovers are just a combination of physicality and focus. It's not exactly all focus. I hate when coaches say that. They yell, "Don't turn it over." Okay, it's not like you guys want to turn it over. There are some skills involved, and you can certainly work on those. When you're out the next 2 weeks, you can work on your handle. You can work on making crisp passes. You can certainly do that. Now, effective field goal percentage, we could probably do something about as far as shot selection goes, I think. So let's just take a look at it and let's just see. Maybe not. Maybe you took all good shots, but, they just didn't go in. That's possible. Let's just take a look. I'm just guessing it's not that easy. So box score, not, I have to say, it was just the ASP. Yeah, this one, you had 1, 2, 3, 5 bad 2s. Wait, is this box score report? Oh, I gotta pull up shot chart. Let me just make sure about this. So Crown versus, sorry about that. Crown versus All in Beast 2. And it's All in Beast 2 because I had to replace the footage. So out of 39 field goal attempts, 5 of them were bad twos. We'd like to keep that under 10%. So that's one thing. 3 for 7 at the rim. As far as your performance from 3, just pretty bad. 0 for 6, 0 for 8, 3 for 15, 5 for 19. I mean, when you think it's not that much worse than average. I mean, if you made 1 or 2 more, then you would have been at least close. So overall, we got to clean up this 5, these 1, 3, 4, actually 6. So 6 bad twos. Yeah, 6 bad twos. It's not going to really work for you guys. Let's take a look at the box score. And the way this played out was really interesting. So Justin, I mentioned last week, I mean, he's a very, very good wide open 3-point shooter. So he should be taking these every time. And so, 10 threes out of him, that's exactly really what I want. And sometimes he's going to make 2, sometimes he's going to make 6. Most of the time he's going to make probably 3 or 4. So in this particular game, he ran a little hot. He went 5 for 10, and that's totally fine. And let's look at some of these others. So Ryan, Ryan, pretty poor game here offensively. You want to know the truth? Like 2 for 8 at the rim, actually 2 for 6 at the rim, 0 for 2 from 3. Again, I'm not exactly sure how adept you are from 3 yet. We have a sample size that's going to be amassing over the year, but in the absence of evidence to the contrary, I'm going to presume that that you can shoot threes or not. So I will encourage you to take them. Frankie, once again, here's another game where you should just be shooting more. You're a very good 3-point shooter. You should shoot more. Sean disappeared this game. Randolph, again, just offensively kind of poor. You're better than this. I think you should just be a little more active. And Spins, I mean, this is just no good. 0. First of all, I don't want you shooting 3 threes anyway, probably. That's just me. I don't know whatever coach says, but I mean, if I have Justin on the court and even Frankie, I mean, I don't need you taking threes. Aside from that, that's what happens. You turn the ball over too much, you don't rebound it, and you take okay shots and don't execute, you're just going to lose. And that's just what happened in this game. Should you have lost by 20? Probably not, but you weren't going to win this game either way. All right, let's move on to the third game, which was. So this was crazy. First of all, I know you guys won this game. Somehow they missed a 3 that you guys made. So you did win 64-62. I'm aware of that, right? And this is what I want to say, right? So these next 2 things are what I don't want to see. In a game where, look at it another way, 57% effective field goal percentage, which is well ahead of what I need from you guys, and yet you still only won at the buzzer. And the reason why is this: 25% turnover rate. It's not going to work. It's not. Listen, as I mentioned last week, it's going to work in Long Island in the end of March, first week in April. It's not going to fly at Spooky Nuke Pittsburgh. It's just not going to work, especially in the winners bracket. And that's listen. I don't want to say anything bad about you guys last year. Last year, I was happy you got a winning record during a tournament, if you got one. This year, I want wins. I mean, I'm telling you, I think you guys could win a tournament, even one of those big tournaments. I think you have it in you. If you get full participation, everybody shows up, everybody plays well, I think you can do this. But this turnover rate has got to go down. It just has to. And again, with setback, I imagine the offensive rebound percentage would go up, but we'll see. All right, so let's take a look at what goes into 57% effective field goal percentage. And see what that looks like. I mean, look at this. When you joined Crown, you really thought you'd have like some dude that never even shows up to practice looking at your shot chart and applauding. Listen, I guess because you don't know how much I get frustrated when the shot chart sucks. This is exactly what I want. If you put up a shot chart like this every game, and keep the turnovers to a minimum, you will win trophies. And I know you guys are more interested in the recruiting and you want to be looked at by whatever. That to me is completely not interesting. To me, the basketball part is interesting and the winning is interesting and the stats are interesting. If you put up a shot chart like this, you will win. You will. That's it. You put up a shot chart with crap like in the middle, you'll lose. This is beautiful. All right, let's look at the box score report against Rising Stars. Let's see where it came from. And there you go, Ryan. 5 for 7 from 3. Justin, 5 for 9 from 3. Frankie, even though, again, I'm not giving up on you, dude. Even though you were 1 for 6, basically like 0 for the country for the first 2 weeks, actually, I know you can shoot these things. So I love that you're shooting them. Ryan, again, I'll trust that you can shoot these. Justin, I know you can shoot them. Randolph, I'd love for you to prove that you can make more of these. And John, you don't need to be taking threes. I'm sorry. You just don't need to be. But 5 steals, 2 turnovers, 4 assists. Excellent. Randolph, 10 turnovers. We'll say this. You are very, very lucky that you made that and one at the end of the game. Lucky in my book, because you would not want to hear from me after 10 turnovers. Nonetheless, very, very nice job this tournament. Very, very good shot selection. You keep this up, you are going to be in business. Now, just for fun, let's take a look at the stats for the whole season, which we can do now. Well, all 5 games, and we'll just take a look. For the whole season, you are over 50% of field goal percentage. Turnover rate, not where I want it to be. It's got to be under 20. Offensive rebound percentage, again, we talked about what the problem was there. Let's take a look at the shot chart for the whole season. Shot chart for the whole season. Let's take a look at it. There are 238 total attempts. We want less than 24 bad twos, 10, 12, 14, 18, 19, 20. Excellent. You just keep this up. We want to take a look at some individuals for the season. For the whole season, let's take a look. Oh, wait, we gotta go stats. Whole season. Oh, viewing stats from all 5 games. Let's take a look at the athletes, I guess. Now, if you guys want something to look for yourself individually, what I'd like you to be able to accomplish is try to get an effective field goal percentage yourself of over 50. Right? That's a good thing that you can do. And the way you can get that, by the way, is either 50% from 2 or 33% from 3. Okay. To be able to get 50% from 2 and 33% from 3, that's something you can really shoot for. And already we have a couple of people doing this. You have Ryan who's 40% and 40%. You have 55 and 38. You have Justin 42% from 2 we don't want. We want 50% from 2, and 33% from 3. The only person we have doing that, we have 2 people. We have Ryan and we have Sean. That's probably, again, we have sample size issues with all this, but nonetheless, that's something you look for individually. And as far as 3-point percentages, again, we're starting to see already, Justin is 40%, Ryan is 38, and the other you need more samples. Like Frankie, I need you to shoot more. I just do. And that's it. Like really, really off to a very, very nice start. I don't think you guys play for another couple of weeks, maybe not until Pittsburgh. But you guys, I'm really, really psyched for you for the season. And we're really psyched for the next bit of footage, which is probably not going to be till Pittsburgh. Any issues, any questions, you could, Chris knows how to get a hold of me. And again, looking forward to a great season.